Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here. My name, of course, is Brazen Eagle, and today I have a post from a subreddit that I often still frequent. Now, this subreddit I'm talking about, I'm not going to give you the name, but it is one of the last few subreddits that I like that hasn't been quarantined just yet, but I know it definitely will be in the foreseeable future. But regardless, here we go. Here is a message from that subreddit that was posted and for people to talk about. So the top person is a father, and the bottom person in this message is obviously his daughter. So the father says, "Happy birthday to my little girl. I think about you often. I hope all is well." And the daughter replies like this: "Look, I've been holding off replying because truly I wish you no harm or ill will, and the truth is going to hurt you." Well, her supposed truth. "Please stop trying to contact me. We don't have a relationship because you, or really her, chooses to remain the way that you are, and that energy is toxic to me." So it sounds like she has a problem with him. "If you can get to the point where you renounce your support for Trump, probably President Trump, quit being on the opposite side of reproductive freedom, and treat me like an adult with my own agency instead of your little girl, maybe I will consider it. But you won't do those things, so please stay out of my life." Wow. Imagine just trying to connect with your daughter, if you have one, of course, and this is the response that you get. This is absolutely terrible. Absolutely a lack of respect and authority towards the man. No daughter should ever talk to her father in this manner, unless, of course, the father has done something terrible or something unforgivable, but probably not if he's trying to wish his daughter at least a happy birthday and hoping her that she's doing well. Now, I can't claim to know who either one of these people are, but I'm just merely speculating from what I think is actually happening. So for the purpose of this video, like I said, I'm assuming a couple things. She has a phone and a phone number. She is most likely between the ages of 16 to 20-ish. Maybe she's in late middle school, and maybe she just got a job and right out of college. But I'm going to suppose that she's somewhere between the ages of 16 to 20-ish, because that's when you normally see messages like this. These ages, or this age range, is the prime age of which a female is hammered, absolutely hammered, by society. Well, I guess hammered by guys, but hammered by society to be conditioned to look at the world through a certain lens. Between the estrogen-filled teachers in public education and the absolute lunacy that goes on in universities, both males and females, of course heavily females, are positioned to think in terms of a strict equality-first leftist ideology. When you do attend some public schools and almost all of the universities, at least within the states, you are forced to take classes that have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with your major. For example, within the past 5 years, I, Brazen Eagle, was at a university. Despite my major, I had to take an Introduction to Multiculturalism course. Within this course, you are immediately, by the first day, are bombarded with the message that equality is good, equality is mandatory, inequality is terrible, and that equality is the only way forward. Any mention of any individual or group not being equal or possessing an advantage over another must be squashed and stamped out. Equality, equality, equality was the message of that course, no matter what the actual real-life outcomes were of taking a decision or just looking at the world. It must be equal no matter what. The girl in this message is trying and is pushing to others that because of what she's been taught, that equality must be achieved no matter what the cost. To her and her ideological mentors, to achieve equality amongst every living being, regardless of group, you must denigrate and demonize anything remotely unequal or seemingly to help make sure that things remain unequal, even if that means cutting off family members, especially people that only want the best for you. And this is why she doesn't like President Trump, because he is painted as an evil white male who wants to keep the minorities, or really just Hispanics and blacks, down. Now, regardless of your opinion on President Trump, I don't really care. But notice when I said minorities, I didn't say Asian. Asians, generally, within the United States, have over time done well for themselves and have been relegated as a turncoat minority within the United States. The Asian minority in the U.S. is basically the new white. They hate Asians because they are so successful. Regardless, though, to people like this daughter here, President Trump, of course, is seen as a person who continues the systematic inequality of America. That's how these people see these other, people like Trump. Frankly, President Trump and his policies aren't really playing into this video too much, but they just hate people who represent people like Trump. Anyways, she quickly moves on and states that her father isn't on the reproductive side of history. Supposed reproductive freedom basically means, when you boil it down, it means being able to have the ability to be a huge hoe and destroy any life that may occur from bad decisions. Because we all have a choice in life. We always have a choice in what we do. And this basically means women just want freedom from their actions and responsibilities. I understand. I really, really understand. And of course, I don't approve. You cannot be responsible. You can't be free from responsibilities when you choose your actions. There must be consequences for your actions. If women want abortions for their babies, or for life, or whatever you want to call it, the thing in the womb, so be it. Just don't have men pay for it then. But that also includes not having the taxpayer pay for an abortion. If you want an abortion, whether I like abortions or not, I should not be giving you money for an abortion. If you want an abortion, pay for it for yourself. And finally, this girl says she wants to be treated like an adult and not like a little girl. If she wants to be treated like an adult, then you know what? There will be no more special privileges given, especially female privileges. No money or attention will be given to her to have a phone or a phone plan or phone number. No money for college tuition or room and board, or even money to eat. She wants to be an adult. She can pay for everything for herself. Being an adult, of course, means being solely responsible for yourself and being able to pay for everything that comes your way. Something tells me that she's eventually going to regret this decision. Ultimately, it sounds like she's in college because she is away from her father, at least, and she says these types of things. This girl is most likely either with her mother, who might be an ex-wife of this father, or, like I said, she's currently in college. She says, though, she will consider talking to her father if he repents the sins of supporting a political candidate that she doesn't like, being on board with her being a hoe, and treating her like an adult. She wants to pay for everything, or at least that's what she says. She doesn't want any special privileges, or at least that's what she says. She doesn't want her father in her life because he represents, according to her, the very idea that he doesn't believe in equality and that people like him are keeping society from true, full-blown, state-mandated equality. Look, I've seen this happen before. Girls in high schools sometimes say that they are conservative or conservative-leaning or even Republicans. That's almost kind of a joke. But as soon as they go to college, they come out as flaming leftists. No matter how great a father can be in raising his son or daughter, society is also raising them at the same time and potentially teaching them a different message. Look, you can be the greatest father in the history of the world, but it's almost impossible to compete against society unless you almost lock up the daughter or son away from the influence that society has on everybody. Girls, and even some guys, they don't understand that there's more to the world than trying to enforce equality in everything. This girl, this unfortunate daughter, is just an example of the many females out there that choose to be undesirable. They choose a path that will ultimately make them unhappy and resentful, and there's no other alternative for them to believe in. Girls like this, of course, they won't treat their future boyfriends or even potential husbands kindly if they treat their fathers like this. No man, no guy wants to be with a bitch. She is only going to hurt herself in the long run. But then again, who likes to think long term? That might require a little bit of thinking and maybe just a tiny bit of short-term pain in order to reap the benefits of long-term thinking. But then again, this is just female nature, to be a herd animal. But regardless, that ends this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Brazen Eagle, and I hope you have a great day.